Pasadena Police Department. We called the press conference today to discuss the sexual assault that we had released yesterday. We've got some new information now that ties a suspect to another case in Missouri City that's identical. And so, you know, obviously this is a public safety danger, and we in the last 24 hours have, you know, put a lot of resources into this case because there's really not a lot of cases that are worse than an aggravated sexual assault. And so we really need the public's help in identifying the vehicle for this suspect. It's very specific. It's got some markings that make it unique. And so really we're asking for the public's help to catch this person. And just to bring everybody up to speed, we originally had a report shortly after midnight. We had a female walking out of Fitness Connection here in Pasadena in the 3900 block of Spencer. She was followed from Fitness Connection to her residence. As she was getting out of her vehicle, the suspect rushed her, pointed a handgun at her, forced her back in her vehicle, or drove a short way from the scene, and she was sexually assaulted. And then he fled the scene. In doing work in the last 24 hours and through some law enforcement communication, we found out Missouri City had a case at the beginning of April that's almost identical to this. It was also a Fitness Connection in Missouri City. And the other thing, both of these cases happened between about 10:30 and midnight. He was in the same vehicle then, which we're going to release a clean picture of the video out to everyone. But again, this isn't just a Pasadena case now. This is a Missouri City case. And so, you know, the concern is where else is the suspect going to strike next? Where else has he already struck? And the other thing, if there's victims out there that have not made a report to this point, I'm asking that you contact the Pasadena Police Department and make a report. Whether it happened in our jurisdiction or another one, we at this point are going to take the lead on this and put all the resources out there to catch this guy, because this is a scary guy that we need to catch. So.
Chief, what evidence led you to Missouri City and the connection here?
Well, it started with Missouri City. One of our officers knew an officer over there, and realizing they had a case also from the Fitness Connection. And then doing some follow-up today and get some surveillance video from the location in Missouri City, and realizing that it's the exact same vehicle, or appears to be the exact same vehicle. The green Mustang that's got the dark-colored front left quarter panel. Again, same time. They're young females. I say young, in their 20s. There seems to be a pattern here that's consistent across time, the victims, locations, or type of locations.
Chief, we had a 25-year-old woman reach out to us, and she says on May 2nd around midnight at this Fitness Connection on Spencer Highway, she was followed home. She says that the suspect description matches with the car. She talked about in vivid detail about a gun being held to her head. She said she was at first reluctant to go to law enforcement because she wasn't really harmed. He eventually ran off after she screamed. What would you say to victims out there who may be reluctant to come forward?
I'm pleading with them to come forward, and we've been in communication with the woman that you're talking about. You know, if somebody's putting a gun in your face or pointing a gun at you, that's an offense in and of itself, and that's serious. I mean, we're putting guns in people's face. That's serious, and we need those people to call the police. You know, if there's more, you know, connections, more clues, more leads, this information could help break a case at some point if somebody's got something that we don't have right now.
Chief, this is more than just gyms. It's specifically Fitness Connection. Do you think he has worked out there or used to work there?
And that's what we're looking at right now, trying to understand, because it is not just a gym, it's a specific brand of gym, and that's what we're looking at right now, is what's the connection to that.
Are you able to get license plate information from the surveillance images you have?
We do not. You know, somebody out there has got to know this vehicle, like I said, because it's unique in the way that it looks, and so somebody knows who it is.
Chief, can you just reiterate, because you're live on Channel 13 right now, the fact that you have been able to tie this to another case in Missouri City?
Yeah, so, you know, that to me makes it even more alarming. You know, one event like this is, you know, significant in and of itself, but now that you have it, you know, stretching across, you know, the greater Houston area from Pasadena all the way over to Missouri City, it makes it that much more significant now that it's not just a Pasadena incident. He's moving, you know, different locations.
Can you hammer home the point about that vehicle description again for viewers out there?
Yeah, so it's a green Mustang, and the front left quarter panel appears to be a gray, possibly Bondo type front left quarter panel, which makes it really unique. And again, somebody has seen that vehicle, and you know, I'm pleading with, you know, the public to help us, you know, break this case by, you know, leading us to the vehicle.
Chief, is his motive specifically to sexually assault? Does he want anything else?
Everybody that we've talked to, the victims that we've talked to so far, it's strictly sexual assault.
Your message to women out there who go work out late at night?
You be aware of your surroundings. You know, in all these cases so far, he's following the victims away from the gyms, waiting for them to walk out, and so really being aware of your surroundings. And again, not just at a gym, but I mean, that's a good message anytime. Is you know, we get on our phones, we, you know, get busy, you know, in our purses, you know, those types of things, and we get out, we get distracted, and aren't aware of our surroundings. And so, you know, the bigger message out of this is, you know, to be aware of your surroundings.
Would you recommend these gyms and Fitness Connection do anything different security-wise?
Really, it's just being aware. I will tell you, here in Pasadena, we've increased patrols out there. We have a Skywatch tower that we're going to deploy out there. You know, some of the things to try to deter this. But again, you know, I know there's at least 14 fitness connections across the greater Houston area, and you know, where's it going to go next? I don't know.
What is the exact location of the Missouri City Fitness Connection?
I don't have it. I'll get that to you after this.
And the first date that we know that this has happened?
I believe it was April 1st is the first one that we know about.
Okay, and so at any time as far back as April 1st,
That's
up until now?
so right. So there's the one in Missouri City that happened April 1st. The one that, you know, alluded to that we're trying to, you know, work with that person. We believe it was beginning of May, and now we have ours, which would have been 2 weeks after the last one.
Do you believe there's more?
I think it's possible. I hope there's not, but I think it's possible. And you know, that's the other thing is we've got to have all the information so we can, you know, try to clear this case, and that means people coming forward and working with us.
Have you been able to learn if there's any physical similarities between the victims? Is this guy looking for a certain type?
Mid-20s, I'll tell you, at this point is what it looks like. Other than that, they're usually smaller in stature, but it's really all we have at this point to time together. It's, you know, Fitness Connection, the similarities are, you know, obviously I've talked about them, but Fitness Connections, late at night, 10:30 to midnight, females in their mid-20s, that seems to be at this point the consistent things from the cases that we have.
A little bit more about the suspect, how he looks, anything, did they say anything?
Yep, he's a Hispanic male, skinny. They say 5'2" to 5'4". Clean shaven, I believe. Anything else?
Are they working on that sketch?
We have not yet, but that's our next thing. And you know, I've asked all these people to, you know, to come behind me because this is a big deal to us. And it should be to the public. Again, like I said, there's not much worse crime out there than an aggravated sexual assault. And so, you know, over the last 24 hours, we really, you know, deployed all the resources we have at this case to break it, because I don't want another victim.
So it's 2 confirmed sexual assaults and then 1 attempted? Is that,
That's-
we're saying they're all related?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. And
Same vehicle, same, you know, MO, coming from, you know, same type of locations, time of day, all of that, yes.
both of them, he made them drive away from the location?
A short distance, that's right. Forces them back into their car at gunpoint and has them drive a short distance away. That's correct.
Where does the sexual assault happen? In the car?
In the vehicle, yes.
In the victim's vehicle?
Yes.
And the woman who's come forward now, she wasn't sexually assaulted. How did that end? How did she able to get?
So my understanding, and again, I believe we've only talked to her over the phone, but my understanding is she yelled, screamed, and I believe it, you know, I'm going to surmise it probably scared him away because of her response. And that would be the other thing, you know, you know, in cases like this, you know, finding ways to draw attention to yourself.
Can you actually give us the details on that one? I mean, he approached her after she left the Fitness Connection at what time?
Same thing, it was after midnight on that one. Again, followed her to her house, same thing, ran up to her with a gun. She started screaming, and so he, again, I'm gonna guess that he, you know, got scared and left.
So that one, he never forced her to drive anywhere else?
That's correct. He ran away.
What's your advice if women find themselves in that situation?
again, to be loud, bring attention to yourself, do something that brings attention to yourself, because a lot of these cases, they pick soft targets, people that aren't aware of their surroundings, people that are distracted, and so don't make yourself an easy target. Be aware of your surroundings, and again, if you're placed in this position, to bring attention to yourself, so that hopefully they move on to not somebody else, but don't do this. And so, anything else? That's it. All right. Thank you.